Every dream begins with a date, but somehow that date keeps moving. You tell yourself you're just taking a short break. Deep down, you know it's becoming a habit. Tomorrow sounds harmless, until it steals months. Scene 4. Comfort feels good for a moment, but it quietly charges you with lost potential. The hardest person to face isn't someone else, it's the version of yourself that knows the truth. Time never argues with your excuses, it simply keeps moving without you. Every opportunity begins with one uncomfortable step. Fear only grows while you stand still. Your biggest enemy doesn't shout, it whispers, "You can start later." Every day, you make a choice, comfort or growth. The day you stop making excuses is the day your real life finally begins. Every excuse feels small on its own. Together, they become a weight you carry every day. You think life is holding you back. Sometimes it's the stories you keep telling yourself. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. These words become invisible chains. The truth is, motivation rarely comes first. Action is what creates motivation. The moment you realize that, everything begins to change. You don't have to destroy every excuse at once, just throw away the next one. With every excuse you leave behind, life feels a little lighter. Progress doesn't require perfection, it only requires movement. One day, you'll look back and barely recognize the person who always waited. Your future becomes brighter the moment excuses become smaller. Goals don't scare us because they're impossible. They scare us because we imagine doing them all at once. Real change begins long before success. It starts with getting ready to move. The first step is usually the hardest, not because it's difficult, but because it breaks your old pattern. You'll get tired. That's normal. Stopping forever is the real danger. Progress is strange. You rarely notice it until you look back. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build with every action. Celebrate small victories. They become the foundation of extraordinary achievement. Every step forward leaves an old limitation behind. The person you wanted to become is getting closer with every decision you make. Keep climbing. You're much stronger than you were yesterday. Every day gives you two choices. Do what's easy or do what's right. The easy path offers comfort today. The right path builds the life you'll thank yourself for tomorrow. Growth rarely feels comfortable. That's exactly why it changes you. There will always be resistance. If the road feels difficult, it doesn't mean you're going the wrong way. Watching others stay comfortable can be tempting, but their journey isn't yours. The strongest decision is often the quiet one, choosing to keep moving. Every challenge you conquer prepares you for a bigger one. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to continue despite it. Your footsteps become proof that excuses no longer control you. The destination is still far away, but now you know you'll reach it. Most people wait for the perfect moment to begin, but perfection never arrives. Minutes pass, then hours. The clock doesn't stop because you hesitate. Sentence. One push-up, one page, small actions are never truly small. Momentum is powerful. Once you start, the next step becomes easier. Every completed task sends a message to your brain. I finish what I start. That's how discipline grows. Not through giant victories, but repeated promises kept. Tiny steps create a path that didn't exist before. One day you'll turn around and realize you've crossed a bridge built by consistency. The goal ahead no longer feels impossible because you've already proven you can move forward. Excuses fade when action becomes your daily habit. One morning, you'll notice something different, not in the mirror, but in your mindset. The strongest version of you isn't waiting in the future, it's being built by today's choices. Real strength isn't about looking powerful, it's about keeping your word when nobody is watching. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes confidence. Life will still bring storms. The difference is you won't stop walking. Challenges don't disappear, you simply become stronger than they are. After every storm comes clarity. Growth always rewards persistence. Your transformation inspires others more than your words ever could. Success becomes more meaningful when you help someone else rise too. The person who once made excuses is slowly becoming the person others admire. Every meaningful goal feels like a mountain from the bottom. You don't conquer it with giant leaps. You conquer it one careful step at a time. You'll stumble. That doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're climbing. Rest if you need to, just don't confuse resting with giving up. Sometimes all you need is one reminder, you didn't come this far to stop now. Every difficult step quietly strengthens your character. The higher you climb, the more clearly you see how far you've already come. What once looked impossible slowly becomes visible. Courage isn't moving without fear, it's moving despite it. The summit is closer than it has ever been, because you refuse to make another excuse. Sometimes the path doesn't already exist, you have to build it yourself. Every small action is like placing one wooden plank. At first, your progress feels invisible. But piece by piece, the gap begins to disappear. Halfway is often where people quit, not because they can't continue, but because they can't yet see the finish. One more effort can change everything. The final piece isn't luck, it's the reward for refusing to stop. Now the bridge is complete. The only thing left is to trust yourself enough to cross it. Confidence grows with every step you take. Looking back, you realize something powerful. You built the bridge that once seemed impossible. The person who always searched for excuses. Every person has a gate protecting their true potential. Most people spend their lives searching for the key, in luck, talent, or perfect timing. But the answer has been with you all along. Every promise you kept, every excuse you defeated, forged one key. That key has a name: discipline. Discipline opens doors that motivation never could. On the other side isn't a different world. It's the same world seen through the eyes of a different person. The opportunities were always there. Now you're finally ready to recognize. The greatest prison was never outside you. It was every excuse you chose. Every choice opens a different future. Fear promises safety. Comfort promises ease. Growth promises transformation. The right door is rarely the easiest one to open, but every brave step changes the person taking it. Success isn't one destination, it's a balanced life built one decision at a time. When your actions match your purpose, life begins to feel meaningful. The greatest reward isn't money or applause, it's becoming someone you genuinely respect. One day, you'll look at yourself and smile because you kept going. Excuses lose all power the moment you stop listening. Your journey isn't ending, it's finally becoming the life you were capable of living. This isn't the end of your journey. It's proof that you never needed another excuse. The words that once controlled you no longer have a voice. Take a moment to appreciate your progress. You earned every single step. The old version of you didn't disappear overnight. It faded with every action you chose instead of every excuse. Discipline quietly became your identity. The summit isn't your greatest achievement. The person you became while climbing is. When you change yourself, your entire view of life changes with you. The backpack is empty because you finally let go of every excuse. Freedom begins the moment you stop carrying what never helped you. Every mountain you conquer prepares you for an even greater purpose. You reached the summit, but this was never just about reaching the top. Every difficult step became a lesson. Every lesson became a stronger version of you. Write this promise somewhere you'll never forget. No more excuses. Don't carry that promise only in a notebook. Carry it in your daily action. Remember this truth: your future changes the moment your excuses stop making your decisions. Every action you take today is a seed, with patience and consistency. Those tiny seeds grow into extraordinary. Keep moving forward, even when progress feels invisible. One day, you'll look back and realize the life you dreamed about grew from the smallest decisions. The day you stopped making excuses wasn't the day you became perfect. It was the day you finally became unstoppable.